To me, it looked like the first few minutes were a good start for the Eagles. They had some chances, and then it looked like when the Eagles were creating offense, maybe trying to be a bit too fancy. Did you notice that from the bench as well?
I never thought we'd have to practice 3-on-0s in practice, but we've had 3 or 4 of them in the last number of games, and I don't know if we've gotten a shot off. I know there's a lot of choices when you're heading down, and it's an uncommon situation. These guys have great skill. Killer instinct has to take over, and someone's got to take charge.
You talked about it already, and every team goes through it, of course. How does a coach or manager deal with the impending break? Because you know it is on the back of the guys' heads.
It's all new to me, and I'm sure we're not the only ones in the league, but have these guys packed for 2.5 weeks and go on a pretty important road trip, end up going home right out of it, and back into another city for road games right after Christmas is definitely something I've never dealt with. The mental side of it has got to be challenging, and whether these kids have been through that before or not, we do expect them to be pros and be focused.
Now walk us through that. Is it different in the OHL? Do you have as long a break? This year it's exceptionally long, 2 weeks in the queue. Does it work in the L?
I think it's similar to that, maybe a little less. It's time enough that guys will need to be doing some things in the break. I don't know too many of them take 2 weeks off skating in the entire year, let alone right in the middle of the season. Guys will have to be doing a few things on their break. They'll have to be enjoying their break. We've had a lot of guys banged up. They've got to take care of some injuries over the break, and we've got to be ready to go. We've got to show up on the 27th in Halifax, practice that night, practice the next morning, play that night.
Fans of the intermission are going to get the chance to hear from Jacques Carrière, Eagles general manager, and obviously he's the key guy making decisions, but how much is he consulting you about his vision going forward, what he's going to do in the next couple of weeks?
Jack's an excellent communicator. Jack's been like that from the start, communicates with everybody in the organization. He keeps everybody in the organization linked, full confidence in him.
Often contacting with you, is he asking you a lot of questions about what pieces to bring in or what pieces fit right now?
Absolutely. He'll ask everybody. He'll consult the scouts quite a bit. I'm sure he'll put something together that's in the best interest of the organization for sure.